Reading is knowledge. Today a reader, tomorrow a leader. A good day I bid to everyone. Today I will be presenting a book review on a story entitled Little Women. Little Women by Louisa May Alcott is an autobiographical story on the author's life, with her three sisters set in the 1860s in Massachusetts. Louisa began writing a diary at the age of 7, and when she entered her teenage years, she began writing short stories, fairy tales, and even novels. The story begins like this. A family consists of Mr. March, Mrs. March, and their 4 daughters, Meg, Jo, Beth, and Amy. With the girl's father, Mr. March, away fighting in the Civil War that occurred around the year 1860, the girls and their mother have to face their first Christmas without him. Meg is the eldest among her 3 sisters and the most beautiful among her siblings. She wants to be a housewife when she grows up. Jo has a tomboy-like character and she has a huge dream of becoming a famous writer. Beth, the 3rd sister, shy, timid, and quiet. She has a talent for playing the piano. She wants to be a famous musician when she grows up. Amy, the youngest of the 4 girls, she is constantly babied by her elder sisters and has a talent for painting. When she grows up, she wants to be a famous artist. The girls are very lucky to have a mother like Mrs. March, who has a kind-hearted nature and is very wise. Although she has to take care of 4 children all by herself, she never complained. Friends, now let's talk about the plot of this novel. The overall plot of this novel is simple. 4 girls begin this story as teens, and each of them mature through a variety of experiences as they enter adulthood. As they grow, they learn values on things of worth and they establish their own individual priorities. First, in the initial situation, Jo March and her sisters work hard to keep their family together, although they are in poverty. The second conflict is when Mrs. March receives an immediate telegram from Washington saying that her husband is seriously ill. The third conflict is when Mrs. March doesn't have enough money to travel to Washington to nurse her ill husband. Then Jo selflessly cuts her hair and sells it for $25 to finance her mother's trip. Friends, now I am going to talk about the writing style of this novel. This novel has a family life genre and the writing style can be didactic. However, Louisa May Alcott is the daughter of a well-known philosopher and her command of language is absolutely impressive. She writes complex, balanced sentences and she uses simple vocabulary to make it easier to understand. Friends, do you know what's the strength of this story? In my opinion, from the character aspects, Louisa May Alcott describes each character proportionally and it's easier for the reader to understand who the protagonist and the antagonist are. The novel has educational values and a positive message as well as positive role models. So, this book is very good for children. I'm going to share my personal opinion of this book now. This novel is interesting to read. It teaches us lessons on how to be a good person and how to achieve true happiness in life. Some good things about this book is the way the girls care about each other. It's amazing how they get along together. The story gives a moral value to the reader. It describes a way how problems are solved in a parental relationship. The theme of the story itself relates with social issues in real life. It did not seem to be a fictional book at all. This is a lovely and heart-rending tale about the March family, a family who loses its wealth and gains much more in love and unity. So, thumbs up to Little Women.